Punk Revolution Nail. Thank you so much to Max Phillips for donating money to me on Patreon. That is so sweet. Someone actually donated to me on Patreon. That's very kind of you, and I'm giving you a shout out at the beginning of the video because I love you that much. And also, if I wait till the end of the video, I'm probably gonna forget, so I'm gonna give you the shout out now. Okay, now that that's over with, thank you, Max Phillips. Let's talk about Willow. Who is Willow? Willow is Willow Smith. Come on. Willow Smith, you know Willow Smith. She already has a freaking pretty successful discography, and she's also the daughter of Will Smith. You know Will Smith, the actor. And then she's also the sister of Jaden Smith, who also has a successful music career. So we got a successful musician and a very successful family. Wow. She's released a number of albums that have explored like art pop and even folk and R&B, whatever. She's got like all this music already out and already a successful career. And then she drops the lead single to this album, Transparent Soul, which is a song that has a lot of pop punk and emo pop influence. It's got this like kind of like emo guitar riff and these you know heavy guitars, and the Travis Barker, who's the drummer of Blink-182 on the drums, who's a phenomenal drummer, and I'm like, whoa, an incredibly popular and successful and well-connected artist dropping a pretty authentically emo pop and pop punk song. Could this be the spirit of the punk revolution? So it got me excited. I was definitely curious about this album. So we're gonna see, is Willow gonna be taking a shift into the world of pop punk, and is it gonna live up to the single and live up to the expectations of the punk revolution? We shall see. But first, let's start by taking a look at the album cover. I think I like this album cover, actually. I like how it's just it's kind of like a bold close-up of her face, and the colors make her, like, eyes really pop out and everything, and she's got her hands on her face like, oh man, life is tough, there's stuff going on in my life that's too emotional for me to handle, I can't handle this. It looks all scratched up like it's a vinyl record cover that's been through a lot or something. It's a cool cover, it catches your attention, but, you know, it's cool, not too much to say about it. In terms of the music on this record, I have to say, this is been one of the most challenging records I've ever reviewed because I literally cannot wrap my fucking head around it. Like, this is such a difficult record to, like, review. Even though it's only 26 minutes long, 26 minutes long, even though it's like a pop record for the most part, I can't wrap my head around what exactly is the creative direction here, what was like the goal they were trying to accomplish with this record. We've got this song Gaslight, which is like for sure like one of the best songs on this album that's like super catchy, noise poppy textures with like a very like Disney pop, teen pop melody that's just like phenomenally catchy, but like then you got the lyrics on Gaslight, which is about gaslighting, which is like a form of psychological abuse, not really a concept to take lightly, with lyrics that are very like playful and fun and very surface level. And I can only think that like this song, with how surface level the lyrics are about psychological abuse, is like a song kind of riffing off the fact that gaslighting has recently become a meme on Twitter and TikTok. So she literally wrote a song kind of capitalizing on like a Twitter and TikTok meme about psychological abuse. It's disgusting enough to write a song about gaslighting and making light of it. And it's also disgusting to make a song off like Twitter and TikTok memes. There's just like zero artistic value there at all. Oh my god, there's so much weird shit in this record. We've got the song Naive, which has this reverby, chorusy guitar, kind of sounds like 90s alt-rock, maybe like Radiohead or Cocktail Twins or something kind of post-punky. And then we've got this melody on top of it. It just sounds like a really bad melody. We've got like this one song Lipstick that has these guitars that are so fuzzy and almost sound like shoegazy, with this kind of like electronic bleepy bloopy thing going in on there that sounds really cool, but again it just like falls short in terms of the songwriting. Like, what is going on? I can't tell you what's going on. I have no clue. I hear like there's a part in Lipstick where she's singing and like there's like she has like this flow, like she's almost like rapping as if she's like Drake or something in the middle of like, it's like what, like it's like the only thing I can think of is that like lots of people came together to make this record. We've got big record labels. By the way, the same record labels that put out Olivia Rodrigo's music is the same one that's putting out this record. So, you know, maybe it's not such a coincidence that both Olivia Rodrigo and Willow Smith decided to go in the pop punk direction at the same time. Maybe it's a big coincidence, but I don't think it's such a crazy thing to suggest that maybe the record label kind of pushed them in this direction at the same time, especially since it was so successful with Olivia Rodrigo. And then there's clearly someone who's been in this record here who's like really into like alternative 90s rock and wanted to like put that in there too, even though that's not the same as pop punk at all. On top of it just being a clusterfuck of ideas that don't fit together well, poorly executed, and just like so confusing. The bottom line is like the songwriting is just really bad. Like the melodies are really bad, the lyrics are trash. A lot of these songs feel like super half-baked. I don't know, like what happened here? I'm exhausted, like my brain is exhausted. Like I just have talked so much about this record and I've said nothing that makes sense. I have nothing to say about this record because it just is such a mindfuck, but I'm like pissed because I hear so much potential in it. I don't know if it's the record label's fault or Willow's fault or the mixer producer's fault or I don't know, but the creative vision here is like there's obviously a lot of people saying go in the poppy direction, go in the punk direction, go in the post-punk direction, go in the alt-rock direction, go in the R&B direction, and everyone's trying to get a little piece of it. Who knows how much Willow is playing a role here. I'm sorry, with these big record labels you don't really, have much to say, honestly. So it just sounds like a product of like a really confused process with a lot of people fighting over it. It's disappointing because there's someone in the studio with Willow's like got some good ideas, but then there's a lot of people with really bad ideas. So maybe it's Willow with the good ideas and maybe the record labels are screwing her over, but I don't know. I'm giving this a 4.8 out of 10. Lots of cool ideas, just horribly executed, so confusing. Like this is just like, oh man, I hated listening to this. I hated reviewing this. Everything sucks. All right, that's all I gotta say. Shout out to Max again. The one good thing in this video. All right, thanks for watching. Punk Revolution now.